Hey community, Frank here. I want to offer some clarity to gyms who are curious about how this all works and what level or what point do they need to be involved? What does that look like? Um, we're asking all gym owners to send us an email with their name, phone number, and email address, as well as their gym name, their number of years affiliated, and current affiliation status. Now, this doesn't commit you to anything other than receiving emails from us, and there's a link at the bottom of all the emails where you can unsubscribe if you're no longer interested in receiving emails. You don't have to send us money. There are stages that I'll outline here where there would be financial contribution. All contributions would be made initially through our lawyer, who would put the money in escrow, and then once we have the new organization formed, the money would be put directly in our bank account. We'd set up the mechanisms for that. But again, no one's Venmoing me money. It's been suggested that no one's going to join this, or that somebody suggested they wouldn't join because they weren't going to just send money to somebody they never knew. That's not how it's going to work. The law firm that's helping us set up the organization is collecting the initial funds, and one of the first things we'll do is set up a bank account as well as a mechanism to deposit your contribution directly into the bank account, and governance about how that money will be spent, as well as transparency. One of the core principles of the new organization will be maximum transparency. We've even discussed in some of our initial founders meetings the possibility of giving anyone access who wants it to our accounting records so that they could see, down to the penny. And everyone agreed that, we have no problem with that, being that the money would be spent helping affiliates, helping coaches be better, promoting, defending, and differentiating the brand. So, that's something the new organization will have that you won't have under any private equity or private investor owner. So, again, the email doesn't commit you to anything financially. It doesn't, all the names of gyms that join the organization in terms of sending us an email, those names of the gyms and the participants will be kept confidential, so you don't have to worry about anyone, including CrossFit headquarters, knowing that you're receiving our emails. All it is doing is committing you to receive emails from us. Again, you can unsubscribe at any point. Now, we do have some folks, myself included, who are convinced that we need to get private equity out of CrossFit, that we need to do that by either buying CrossFit the company or through forming a new organization, trademarking a new brand, and replacing CrossFit with that new brand. And so if you are of that mindset, you can, if you're interested, be a founder of the organization. There is a financial contribution of $500, and we use those funds to set up the new organization. You would, again, pay it through a link to paying the lawyer, who would hold those funds in escrow for us until we get the bank account, the organization set up, and the bank accounts associated with that organization set up, and then he would transfer the funds into our bank account. And then eventually we'd have a mechanism in place. But if you're interested in being a founder, $500 contribution, you would be, that would go towards your first year as an affiliate once we get the new brand set up and trademarked. You would also be locked in at that annual affiliation rate for the lifetime of your gym, whether it is with the new brand or we buy CrossFit. You will have that rate locked in, much like the start of CrossFit. You would also be on the initial board of directors. So we have 10 to 20 spots we're allocating towards founders who will make up the initial board of directors. At some point, we will have election from all the owners to re-elect or to elect the board of directors going forward. But as a founder of the company, one of the initial contributors financially to help us set it up, you would be on the board of directors. Again, 10 to 20 of those gym owners is what we're looking for. If you're interested, you need to send us an email quickly, because we're going to end that, close that window of founders. We're already having founders meetings, and you're already missing out on the founders meetings. So If you, again, want to be a part in that, please be very proactive. Send us that email right away. We'll email you back with the details of how to be a founder. We'll send you the initial plan. You'll need to email us again, letting us know you want to be a founder. We'll send you the details of how to be a founder. As a founder, we'll also be working on trademarking the new brand, creating the organization, trademarking the new brand, and setting up an affiliation agreement. As well as, perhaps the most important is the governance in terms of the terms and under which the board of directors gets elected, how the funds are being spent, what our mission statement is, what the organization structure would look like. We're going to have affiliates, we're going to have owner affiliates, all these things will be laid out in the governance. And so if you are not a founder, once that governance is documented, established, you could then look at that governance and say, hey, I wasn't ready to jump in when there was no organization. It was just a bunch of people pooling their money to form an organization. There was no governance in place. Once we get the governance in place, you can say, hey, now I'm ready to get involved. I want to be an affiliate with the new organization and with the new brand. And we'll offer affiliation. We'll have an affiliation agreement. Again, the brand will be trademarked. Then you can affiliate with that new brand for $1,000 and lock in that $1,000 affiliate fee annually going forward. You don't have to do this. Sending us that email with your name, phone number, email address, gym name, number of years affiliated, and current affiliation status does not commit you to any of this. You can sit back and watch this all go down. You will get emails with the updates. Perhaps after 1,000 gyms sign up to be an affiliate of the new brand, and everybody's talking about the new brand because 1,000 former affiliates are now affiliated, former CrossFit affiliates are no longer affiliated with CrossFit, and now they're affiliated with this new brand. Maybe that's the point where you think, hey, this is looking good. This brand is growing. CrossFit is dying. I want to move over. You can jump in. Again, at some point, the affiliates that we offer the $1,000 affiliation fee will end and will go up to $2,000, just like how CrossFit started. The earlier you got in, the lower affiliation fee you paid, and you were supposed to be grandfathered in. Greg assured us that you would be grandfathered in. Unfortunately, private equity changed that. Under this new organization, you would be grandfathered in. And whether that's affiliating with the new brand or we buy CrossFit, you would still maintain that. You would still maintain that annual affiliation fee that you start at. If you are affiliating with the new brand, we would use that to build out the organization. We would use that to start promoting and defending, differentiating the new brand, as well as figuring out ways to add value to gym owners and coaches. If you don't want to be involved, if you're only interested in, I'm a CrossFit gym, I want to be involved. If the organization is going to look at buying CrossFit, you need to send us that email. If you're not on our email list, you will not be included in discussions regarding and negotiations regarding purchasing CrossFit. Now, we've modeled it out with 10,000 affiliates. I believe that's the best case scenario. We have the most leverage to negotiate our price. We've also modeled it out with as few as 2,000 affiliates. And those 2,000 affiliates, again, you don't, to be one of those 2,000 affiliates that goes in on buying CrossFit, you don't have to pre-affiliate with the new brand. I think there are plenty of affiliates, or gyms, I should say, that have de-affiliated. At one point, we were at over 15,000, and now we're apparently under 10, according to a recent article from barbellbend.com. And according to Rich Froning, he thinks we're under 8,000. So there are plenty of affiliates. Maybe some of them went out of business, but there are plenty of affiliates who are no longer affiliated, plenty of gyms who are no longer affiliated with CrossFit who may be interested in affiliating with a new brand. And again, we'll use that money to build out the brand. But again, if you aren't interested in that, no problem. You can continue to stay affiliated with CrossFit. You can send us the email with your info so that we can communicate with you regarding our efforts to buy the company. We may say, hey, we have 4,000 affiliates on our email list, or 5,000, or however many. We can send out an email to those 4,000 affiliates and say, here's what we're thinking. We have 4,000 affiliates. We anticipate 3,000 if 3,000 of those 4,000 affiliates want to go in and buying it, we're going to offer this much, and it's going to be this much per affiliate. And then we can, once we hear back from, and from the gyms saying like, yes, I want to be part of it. Let's say out of that 3,000, we only get 2,000 affiliates that actually want to be part of the scenario. And then we send those 2,000 affiliates an email and say, hey, we only heard back from 2,000 affiliates that are interested. It means the price is now this much per affiliate, and this much is what we're going to offer. And we put an offer in. But again, this only happens, you can only participate in these discussions and be part of buying the brand if you are on our email list. Again, even at that, you can be on our email list and not participate, right? You could be on our email list. We're going about buying CrossFit. It works out that, hey, there's this many affiliates and it's $10,000 per affiliate. And you say, no way, I can't do that. I don't have $10,000. Again, it would be our job to lay out the scenario for you. And I believe that you're paying $4,500 now in affiliation fees. And I believe that every affiliate that goes in and buys it will roll back their affiliate fees to the point where financing it over 10 years will be less than $4,500. And so your total cost for affiliation fee and financing payment for 10 years would be less than $4,500. And then after you pay off your contribution after 10 years, you would pay even less. You would no longer have that financing payment. And those numbers fluctuate based on how many go in. In the scenario where we have 2,000 affiliates, we would roll back their affiliate fees to zero. The remaining 8,000 non-owner affiliates would pay $4,500, and we would actually have more revenue under that model than if we had 10,000 affiliates and we rolled everybody's affiliate fees back to 3,000. Now it'll be less per affiliate if we have 10,000 affiliates, and we would have a lot more leverage to negotiate, but we can do it with even as few as 2,000. And again, we can communicate with everybody who's interested in buying and offer these options of, here's how much it would be based on this many affiliates. Are you in? And if we hear back from those number of affiliates, then we move forward, we place the offer, and we try to buy CrossFit. I think the other scenario that other plan and scenario we're laying out is we have an alternative organization and an alternative brand, and we get 1,000 affiliates, 1,000 gyms to affiliate with this new brand. Maybe they're former affiliates, maybe they're current affiliates. We get 1,000 affiliates to, or gyms to affiliate with this new brand that we're creating. And that alone, I think, would make huge viral news. 1,000 former gyms formerly affiliated with CrossFit are now affiliated with this new brand. And I think you get 1,000 gyms, and now you're going to have 1,000 more gyms that go, what is this thing everybody's talking about? Why are 1,000 gyms affiliating with this new brand? And the more gyms we have affiliated with the new brand, the more leverage we have to purchase CrossFit. So even if you are not interested in affiliating with the new brand publicly, or you want to stay affiliated with CrossFit, you could affiliate with the new brand. You don't have to, again, make that public. You just make the financial contribution to help us build out the organization. And again, if you were formerly a CrossFit affiliate, but your gym is no longer affiliated, you were paying $4,500. You probably have $1,000 to throw in, or the $500 if you want to be a founder and be on the board and help create the governance, set up the new organization, be a founder and on the board of directors. Get in early, contribute that money early. Worst case scenario, you were spending $4,500 a year on affiliation with CrossFit. You're no longer spending that. Take 500 of it, be on the new board of directors and the new organization. And after a year, if it doesn't look like we're where we need to be, or you're not happy with the direction the organization is taking, you're out $500, but you were paying $4,500, and now you're going to pay $500. And that is, again, every year for the life of your affiliation. So you could be saving a ton of money. And not only that, but you'd be affiliated with a brand that is where the affiliation fees go to promoting, defending, and differentiating the brand. We would have a brand that people want to be associated with. And right now there's a lot of ill will towards the CrossFit brand. I think a lot of gym owners don't see that if they are in their gym and in their bubble. But if you go out into the community, or you listen to the community at large, there are a lot of people who are not happy with CrossFit, the brand. And it's not the brand as we associate it with the community and the methodology. We all love the community and the methodology. we have a problem with is the owners of the brand and how they're running the company. And the brand is being allowed to, negative perceptions of the brand to be able to grow because they are not using our affiliate fees to promote, defend, and differentiate the brand. So again, if you want to get in at any point, there's different stages where you can get in. You can be a founder for $500. You can be an early affiliate for $1,000 with the new brand. You don't have to do any of these things. You just get the emails and you keep listening and hearing about the progress. Maybe after 1,000 affiliates join, now you're ready to affiliate with the new brand. Maybe you're only interested in joining us when we buy CrossFit, or if we're going to buy CrossFit. If you are not on our email list, you will not be included in those conversations and negotiations. If you are on our email list, your name will be kept confidential and you can be involved and potentially help us buy CrossFit. If you want to get on our email list and not buy CrossFit, you just want to be kept in the loop, no problem. You can remain an affiliate, not participate in buying CrossFit, and just remain an affiliate after other affiliates collectively buy CrossFit. Again, we've modeled this out with as few as 2,000 affiliates. The remaining 8,000 affiliates can just remain affiliates. 2,000 are owners/affiliates. 8,000 are affiliates, non-owners. Not a problem. You can be kept in the loop, receive these emails. Here's the deal. Without your email address and your phone number, without your contact info, we can't communicate with you. So you will be unable to participate in the negotiations and the discussions around the hearing progress updates on the new organization, but also you will not be privy to the negotiations, the discussions and negotiations regarding potentially buying CrossFit. So I encourage everyone to just send us an email if you're, if you have questions. Again, there's a link in the bottom of our email. You can unsubscribe. You can send us an email and just say, I'm only interested in hearing. I'm not interested in buying CrossFit. I'm not interested in being a part of the new organization. I just want to be kept in the loop. And you'll get an email from us. I suspect once a week at most, once a month, probably you'll get an email from us, maybe once a week at most. I think if we started to negotiate to buy CrossFit, you might be getting them more frequently. But again, there's a link at the bottom of the email to unsubscribe. Just click on the link and unsubscribe if you're not interested in any longer being kept in the loop. So I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll send us an email with your name, phone number, and email address, your gym name, number of years affiliated and current affiliation status. And also please help spread the word. If you understand why we need to get private equity out, why why affiliates need to organize and take collective action, I hope that you'll help spread the word. Take some of our content from our social media and share it with them. Send them a link to a YouTube video that resonates with you and see if it resonates with them. All right. Thanks for your help, and let's save CrossFit. Have a great weekend.